All right, if Tyreek Hill and Josh Allen actually ended up joining the Kansas City Chiefs, man, that wouldn't just be a blockbuster, it would be the kind of NFL moment that gets talked about for generations. I mean, seriously, Tyreek back with Mahomes? That lightning in a bottle chemistry that used to put every defensive coordinator on red alert? Reignited? That's pure chaos. And if Josh Allen were to land on this roster too, we're talking nightmare fuel for every other team in the league. Two elite quarterbacks on one roster? That's not just wild, it's game-breaking. You give Andy Reid two superstars under center and Tyreek streaking down the sideline? That's not a team. That's a cheat code. That's Super Bowl expectations instantly hitting the ceiling. If this thing ever became reality, I'm telling you right now, the Chiefs wouldn't just be contenders. They'd be front runners. Lock it in. Most dominant squad we've seen in years. Period. But I want to hear from you. Could you actually see Hill and Allen sharing the field in KC? Would that make us flat out unstoppable? Drop your takes in the comments. Go crazy. And while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe if you believe 2025 is the year we take it all back. Let's go, Chiefs! Now, speaking of momentum and the electricity buzzing through Arrowhead, it's not just the echoes of past championships or the deep rumble of war drums getting louder as football season creeps in. There's something new in the air, something alive, raw, and untamed. Rookie minicamp just wrapped up, and let me tell you, it didn't end with a whimper. It exploded. What started out as whispers in the building has turned into bold, defiant statements. These aren't just draft picks or training camp bodies. These are warriors. Hungry, physical, mentally sharp. And some of these so-called no-name rookies, they're already climbing the depth chart, breathing down the necks of veterans who still think they've got something to prove. But before we get into those jaw-dropping 40-yard dash times or highlight reel grabs, let's talk about something that quietly set social media on fire. Because, yeah, someone unexpected showed up at rookie minicamp, Patrick Mahomes' half-brother. And no, I'm not talking about Jackson. I'm talking about Graham Walker, a tight end out of Rice, who also spent 3 years at Brown. Last season, 24 receptions, 252 yards, nothing earth-shattering, but solid numbers, especially for the AAC. What makes it really interesting, though, is that family bond. Graham shares a dad with Mahomes, and he's been a behind-the-scenes supporter during his college journey. Will he make the final 90-man roster? It's a long shot, no doubt. But these are the stories that give camp its heart, that soul behind the grind. Now, let's shift from feel-good stories to headline moves. First-round offensive tackle Josh Simmons just inked a 4-year, fully guaranteed deal, $146 million, less than Jalen Moore's 1-year cap hit, by the way, and Moore's projected to be the starting left tackle. Simmons is still rehabbing from a knee injury, but according to Coach Reid, he's ahead of schedule. He's not just sitting out, he's buried in the playbook, taking mental reps, ready to contribute in any way. Starter, backup, scout team, doesn't matter. He's got the mindset of a seasoned vet. And then there's Brizard Smith, 7th-round pick, but with first-round speed. The dude clocked a 4.39 in the 40 and showed off elite burst during camp. He's quick twitch, compact, like Pacheco, but with a wide receiver background out of Miami. He transferred out and exploded for nearly 2,000 all-purpose yards. He's got juice confidence, and the coaches are taking notice. His words? I'm going to show who I am without a doubt. And trust me, he's backing that up. Another name making noise, Jalen Royals. 4th-round receiver, missed the last 5 games of college with a foot injury, but he still showed elite athleticism, 9.1 relative athletic score for .42 40-yard dash. His 10-yard split at the combine, number 1 among all receivers. He's learning every spot in Andy Reid's notoriously tough system. That's more than talent. That's obsession. And I can't forget Jake Briningstool, undrafted tight end out of Clemson. This guy might have made the biggest splash of camp. 2 insane acrobatic catches in coverage, back-to-back 50-catch seasons in college. And guess what? Andy Reid personally called him to bring him to Kansas City. That's not small talk. That's conviction. Reid pitched him a role that meant something, Jake's locked in. He's physical. He's versatile. He wants it bad. Then there's Jared Casey, Kansas Jayhawk turned hybrid tight end, who pulled off a one-handed catch that had everybody talking. Used to be a fullback. Now he's pushing to be a real factor in this offense. And in a tight end room that's always competitive, every inch matters. Now, there's been some roster movement. Blake Lynch getting waived? Expected. But B.J. Thompson? That one hit different. The guy suffered cardiac arrest during a team meeting last year, and now he's been officially waived. But it's not abandonment, it's strategy. If he clears waivers, he'll revert to reserve and continue receiving support. Coach Reed said he's making progress. And that's what really matters. Football and compassion coexisting. That's the Chiefs' way. Let's get back in the trenches now. Ashton Gilliott, rookie defensive end, already working with George Karlaftis in the offseason. Chemistry being built before pads even come on. And this guy, he's been donating most of his nil money to veterans and homeless charities. That's more than a player. That's leadership. And how about Omar Normanlot? Not a ton of college snaps, but when he was on the field, dominated. His pass rush win rate? 99th percentile. That's elite efficiency. And then there's Noel Williams, a DB who literally intercepted a staffer during drills. 7 picks last season. Lives on the Jugs machine. Willing to play safety, corner, special teams. That's the kind of Swiss Army knife that coaches dream about. And finally, Jeffrey Bassa. Linebacker with a safety's instincts and a quarterback's brain. He wore the green. In college, the defensive signal caller. Film junkie. High IQ. And he wears number 31 to honor his late teammate Kyrie Jackson, who passed away in a car accident this year. That's not just symbolic. That's sacred. This journey is personal for Bassa. And I'm rooting for him hard. And we're only getting started. These rookies aren't just filling out camp rosters. They're reshaping what this team could become. They're bringing hunger, grit, and heart. But let me ask you, who's your early favorite out of rookie minicamp? You think Brining still breaks through? Could Royals be the next breakout? Now, here's a name you need to circle, Elijah Badger. Undrafted? Sure. Overlooked? Not for long. He came into camp with a chip on his shoulder the size of a linebacker's lunch tray. 6'1", 200 pounds, no drops last season. 39 receptions, over 800 yards, 20 yards per catch. This guy's route running is clean, his hands are sure, and his mindset? Laser focused. Now let's keep it real. No pads yet, no full contact. But the urgency out here is very, very real. Every rep matters. Every mistake gets logged. And these rookies know it. Coach Reed's putting everyone under the microscope, especially the receivers. And soon enough, the vets are coming. And when they do, it's go time. Right now, guys like Smith, Royals, Briningstool, Bassa, and Badger, they're not just making noise. They're forcing conversations. This roster is getting deeper, smarter, hungrier. And if this class keeps rising, the Chiefs aren't just reloading, they're redefining the standard. So, let me know. Who stood out to you? Which undrafted guy has the best shot to stick? Hit the comments, smash that like, and subscribe for more Chiefs content, because we're not done yet. Now, let's pivot to something spicy. We're talking heartbreak, Hollywood heat, and Instagram unfollows. Yeah, we're going there. Travis Kelce just unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram, and fans caught it fast. Now, if you've been following the off-field drama, you already know Reynolds is tight with Blake Lively, who happens to be Taylor Swift's longtime bestie. And Swift, still going strong with Kelce. But behind the scenes, things got messy. A lawsuit tied to Lively's Film It Ends With Us pulled Swift's name into the headlines, and she wasn't having it. She started pulling back, and guess who followed her lead? Yep, Kelce. No statements, no comments, just a quiet digital cut that speaks volumes. Reynolds, silent. No denial, no clarification. Just radio silence. All this comes in the shadow of Super Bowl 59, the one that crushed the dream of a three-peat. Kelce had a solid year, but that game, it stung. Only 39 yards, no touchdowns. A drop that haunted the moment. Chiefs Kingdom felt it. And so did he. But make no mistake, he's not backing down. He's coming back with vengeance. Mahomes beside him. One mission, reclaim the throne. No distractions. No surface-level friendships. Just football. Just family. Just focus. So, I gotta ask, was Kelsey right to cut ties? Is this just drama? Or is there something deeper going on here? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like, and subscribe if you bleed red and gold. Because we're just getting warmed up. Let's ride Chiefs Kingdom. Go Chiefs!